Alright, folks. You've been waiting long enough. Now it is time for all good things to come to you. Alright, Ishtola, let's see what you got. That is just an adorable family photo there. The word will have already reached Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Ny'ardbert. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Alright, let's go to Limsa. Is the High Commander Riki, or is it the Admiral? Do we get to talk to the Admiral again? Oh, I should fuss around with that. Here we are. Might fuss around with hiding that for a bit. See if it's anything. It's a ways away from the next benchmark anyway. Oh, shit. I should have gotten my promotion. Oh, whatever. It's good to see you, Privateer. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Efreet and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly. And there could be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a scion in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the scions of the 7th Dawn. Until next time, Private. Aw, thank you. Ny'ardbert, this is Minfilia. Y'shtola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Y'shtola emerged from Ogamoro unscathed. Why, Tataru and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Oh, we're getting a party? Oh, that's cute. Alright, promote me, sir. In the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Storm Private First Class. May you ever serve the best interests of Limsa Lominsa till sea swallows all. What's the one after this take? Okay, just more seals. Just go about my business, it'll happen naturally. Since we're already in Limsa, I'm not going to bother with the teleport. We're basically already near the boat, so... I'll take the scenic route home. Give them more time to set up the streamers or whatever. I wonder if they have balloons in this universe. I mean, I know they do, but like, what are they made of? And what are they filled with? Because I don't think we have like that kind of plastics yet. That's worrying. You hear that commotion just now? What in the seven hells are they doing in there? Wrestling a Peisty? You look like the adventurous type. Mind taking a quick look? Is that screaming I heard? I'm not sure I want to know. Well, shit. In we go. Alright, Tataru's not here. Into the Waking Sands. Hopefully that means she has already successfully run away. Or is involved in... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We perhaps should not have taken the scenic route. Oh, no. The survivors of the original set. Oh, Abba. Wow, even the supplier. Leaving. I think the worst part of all this is I don't see any of whoever killed them. This must have been a rout. Either that or I guess they just took their own dead with them. Okay, at least you didn't betray them. Oh boy, there's more. Okay. Oh shit, Clive? Maybe that's why Final Fantasy 16 got delayed. Yikes. Marexia. Oh, you're alive. This one is glad. Walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heavens he is safe. Louisoix, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Is it a gunshot?
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring him forth, or you shall know no mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
Oh,
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Walking one Nymphilia. Ask this one too. In case Walking One returned, this one was to say, at church in Eastern Thanalan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One Nymphilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Oh, they did leave the one behind. Okay. Well, I know what church they're talking about. We're here. I think we need to get to Central Thanalan? No. Eastern. Alright, let's just teleport. Don't want to risk running into the Garlands on the way. So we saw in the flashback that Papalimo, Tataru, and Orion J, along with Nymphilia, got basically taken hostage. Currently unaccounted for, that are neither dead or not dead in that area, or seen being taken hostage, are Ida, Y'shtola, Thancred, Biggs, and Wedge. And I think Clive's sister. Oh, also, Arenvald and I'm blanking on the names, but Isildur and Alian, the grandfather and his granddaughter adventurer. Hello, sir. Is something troubling you, my son? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. The wild roses are dead, father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses. I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the scions. How? How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her. I would gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Mark, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father. If you require assistance, pray speak with Mark. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Mark is a survivor of the Battle of Cardenau. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Mark, I want you to look after Ny'ardbert. Do you understand? Yes, father. Oh, fuck you, achievement namer. Oh, we have beef now. Alright, one second. I'm gonna fuss around with the HUD real quick. Okay. Excuse me, Ny'ardbert. Do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe, which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There's something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. If there's anything I can do, please ask. Alright, I don't mind doing a quick errand. the least I can do for someone providing sanctuary. So how did they know about that location? Like, were we being spied on, or do we have a traitor? A bull-point chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nose pincers? These things don't come cheap, you know. A small yet heavy leather sack containing, presumably, roughly the amount of gil needed to purchase the tools requested by Mark. Any surplus coin can be considered commission owed to whichever party in the transaction is bright enough to claim it as their own. Balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. I was probably expected to bring back change. Sorry, Mark. I apparently need very specific instructions. Have you brought the tools I requested? Unlike carpenter's chisels, which have flat heads, the bullpoint chisel is a pointed one and is used by expert goldsmiths to perforate soft metals. This tool is often employed by goldsmiths or clockwork engineers to seize and manipulate minuscule pieces of wire. Something occurs to me. Please, wait here a moment. It was for naught. I repaired the device easily. The sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Ny'ardbert, this was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Eluned. The man who once owned it currently in her care... Sorry. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it is best that it be returned to him. Not sure what a horologe is, but... seems like a shame to bury it. But, alright, whatever. Sister, I have this here from Mark. Good morrow to you, sir. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? No, I have no idea who that is. By some manner of clockwork wizardry, this strange contraption can precisely measure and follow the 24 bells in a single turn of the sun. It's a clock. That's a really complicated word for clock. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I'm given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Mark said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh, dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Mark manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. I recognize you now, Ny'ardbert. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Alright, well, these are probably going to get much less useful now, but... to Vesper Bay. Guess I should have used them earlier. Eh? You don't look like one of them church fellows. Not that'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. It's the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. God's damn Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks. I sure as hell don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before? Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Anyway, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folk are starting to turn. Yikes. Oof. Oh, Clive's sister did also die. Man, I know they just might not know to look here, but the idea that no one could identify the bodies is just really sad. What happened to the big fella? I forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Sorry, the description of Scion Corpse. How you were able to fit this stiff Scion of the 7th Dawn corpse into your bag is a mystery best left unsolved. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. I reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. Oof. I feel a little bad for not knowing the Wallafell's name, but I'm pretty sure it was just written as, like, Night Shift Guard. Oh, it's 2 less students of Odessian. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. Neuraxia's corpse. The sylph's peaceful expression belies the fact that she no longer lives. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. I reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them my little work here is done. What? Wonder why I'm still here. Hells, I don't need to rush. Ain't like these folks have pressing appointments to keep, you know? Oh boy. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in doing so, you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we've begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that, for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect, and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Oof. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. Oh, cool, cool. Just gonna carry this corpse again. What shroud is that in? I don't know if Arenvald was like out on a mission or just doesn't know or what, but the fact that like he was basically part of a trio and two of them dying at the same time is rough. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Bad news. Neuraxia? But this one does not understand. Muxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Oh. Sorry. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace. But why? These ones have not requested further aid. Neuraxia? How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Neuraxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Neuraxia. Neuraxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Neuraxia at the end. Tell this one that Neuraxia was brave. Tell this one that Neuraxia did not suffer. You were very brave. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Neuraxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Neuraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Okay. Keep that in mind. But don't summon Rama. We could do this other ways. Okay? Yes, that is... Oof. thank you for your service to the church and to the selves. You may be pleased to know that, in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the Ny'ardbert. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you've already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Ny'ardbert. Do you have more thoughts, Mark? Mark believes he's being watched. Okay. I'm not imagining it, Ny'ardbert. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It's as if I'm under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me? Please? It will only take a moment. Okay. Is there anybody here who could reasonably be considered a spy? I see priests. I see a whole bunch of flies. I see a glowing coffin? Or a headstone? You are being watched. Oh, motherfucker. You picked the wrong day. Need help, bud? There you go. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it, he was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please, allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Iliud must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Hey, Iliud. Heavens forfend. That such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Do you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? I mean, he's Garlean. Like, very obviously Garlean. This is Garlean steel. Which means the man who was watching Mark was... Make haste to Count Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. Oh!
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate.
First to speak to me after what?
At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Do you mean that
And
literally?
to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait,
Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you?
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak.
Motherfucker.
Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Oh, damn. Mark cleans up nice.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
The eagle-eyed among you may have spotted Cid quite a while back, because they did put his model under there. And if you watched the trailer, he's there for one shot. Just generally looking up at Bahamut and being like, what the fuck is happening? The Enterprise. I've heard that name before, but where? Whilst you were catering to the company of buffoons every whim, I was gathering information on our feathered foe. As a result, I was not present when the Garleans came. I suppose we should be grateful for our good fortune, though it matters little should Garuda grow powerful enough to bring Eorzea to heel. Do we have any word on, like, the others who are unaccounted for? Like, have you seen Ida, or Y'shtola, or Thancred? No? Alright. Some parting words. What a curious twist of fate that Master Cid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Ny'ardbert. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the Final Flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the Calamity, much like the Great Gubu Wall of Ul'dah. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Kurthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Kurthus. Mayhap the Serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you in the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Cid, Ny'ardbert. Okay, so let's teleport to Falgord, but while I'm doing that, some trivia there. He mentioned one of the, like, myths and legends of things that happened around the Calamity was the Great Gubu Wall of Ul'dah. So during the 1.0 days, in the run-up to the Calamity, they had a whole bunch of events happening, one of which was that they would just, like, spawn monsters in the main cities, which were previously safe areas, and just have all kinds of crazy stuff going down. But one of the things that people did was that basically anyone who had access to the Gubu mount, which is like that big weird giant things we've seen before, went to basically blockade one of the entrances to Ul'dah with just a wall of them side by side by side by side by side. I'm going to put up a picture now if I could find one. And it's just sort of like one of those things that became like a community myth as like this cool thing that happened. And it was so interesting and notable that when we got to this point and 2.0 came out, they put it in as part of the lore. The Great Gubu Wall of Ul'dah was a thing that happened. Hey, Ethelmere, I have another thing for you. It's not about a serial killer this time. Probably. Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? I didn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago. Clearly bound for Kurthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortifor at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Man, I'm about to blow your mind. large than normal balloons? Oh, down there. Interesting. So those creatures are called balloons. I have to wonder if in this world those were called balloons before balloons were called balloons? Like, which direction did that go in? Sorry for getting a little distracted off the plot. I just saw a goal and pursued it. Anyway, to Vortifor. Hello, Commander. You wouldn't happen to know which way the Enterprise went, did you? You've come in search of Vortifor. Then well met, for you found him. Indeed, I've served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to the Kurthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. It was on the eve of the Battle of Carteneau, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Kurthus. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Ny'ardardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Is that this way? I'm going to assume it's this way. To Kurthus. Oh, hell yeah. This is such a cool zone. Yeah, for those who didn't remember Gooboo's, that's Gooboo. Surprised we haven't gotten zone music. Hello, Ludevois. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandar. And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd. As if we were permitted an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Alright, could I ask you to go check it and then, like, let me know? Alone have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. When the hell's is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Huh. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You'll know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. Okay, so sort of got like that old imperial-looking helm. 2 inverted shields over the knees. Okay. Are you wearing that hat on purpose? Sorry, that's very rude. I should go. Oh no, killed overnight. I'm here to help. Oh, if it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable, dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Just reminded of that meme from however long ago. Of, like, fantasy writers talking to, like, fans and being like, okay. Church, bad. Mild cheers. Dragons, good. Slightly louder cheers. Church bad because they won't let us fuck dragons. Raucous applause. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel. Hello, Edmel. Ah, the gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with the chief astrologian Forelmont up above. I mean, you don't have to actually let me into the actual, like, records. Just tell me the answer to the question I'm looking for. It would just be easier to give me the records, so I have to do the research instead of you. Okay, so they're all wearing these hats. Are they magic? Do they help? Because they really just look like dunce caps. Out here with this hat. Do they have the stars on them? They do. Oh, they're just here to mark themselves as specialist boy, aren't they? Hello, Formlord. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship, of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Formor. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume, you honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, he must be the one who rescued House Durandar's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Kurthis 5 years ago, yes? You've come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Kurthis. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It'd be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware that you aided House Durandar in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Well, the other one might have. Maybe I should need to find the most notable location and go towards it. Tricky is attempting to attract your attention. You there, sir? I could not help but overhear your conversation with the Chief Astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the Observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be of a great comfort to me. Okay, you can do that. Let's take the short way down, though. Yeet! Oh, wait, so the leaves are the ones I can take. What's this plus quest that I can't take yet? Like, what's the prereq for it? Is it inside? Yes, it is. What's your deal? Requires level 41. Oh, this is the optional dungeon. Okay, cool. Wow, it really just does not want to play the zone music here. If I have one gripe with the warrior class, it's that this notably cool particle effect is basically always on and doesn't go away easily. I have to imagine that there's something later on that'll change it or make it less frequent, because I see plenty of warriors that don't have it up. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixtal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. Okay, cool. You're welcome. Also, you were hiding out in the open. Like, real hidden over here. I guess they don't see me, so can't say you're not, but... Alright, I was successful, Jakia. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of being rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. But you were eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you've already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of a Dravanian aggression. Yet you've already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, he would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Okay, interesting. I could work with that. Whee! Man, by the end of Endwalker, Ny'ardbert isn't going to have any connective tissue in his knees. It's inside that building, probably. Hello, Portelaine. You caused quite a stir in your short time here. First, you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you've rescued a man of our house. Imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to your other high houses. I cannot deny that you've given us no cause to distrust you, but while you perform 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Sure. I don't mind. What's the last thing? Now, I understand you're very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helnard, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. Helnard or Halnard or Halenar is the one that I'm not super confident on how to pronounce. The other 3 are a lot clearer. 1, 2, 3, and crunch. They were right. For a man of our talents, it did take not more than a moment to achieve. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Goods bound for market and stolen by a band of heretics. Gods bless ye, friend. It's all here, every last... Ah, but wait. That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury take me. A draconian rosary? In the possession of Lord Francel? Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Helnard is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Helnar. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Boo. Cheapskate. What do you know, random guard? Oh, hi! Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He's a goodly, righteous man who are wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Helnard for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. Edelweiss is one of those words that I've seen a bunch of times, but I'm not certain that I know the definition of. So it's time for Vocab Corner with Nick the DM. Thanks, future me. Is Lord Francel in? Oh, hello. Sir? Yes? You look as though you have something to say. Do you? Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket? Or are you happy to meet me? I see. Sir Carlo has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. Pity it has not been seen in Curthis since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. I think you're about to get set out. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. Oh, probably just one of your fellow houses. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. You may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Hoshevon of House Fortams commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him his letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Hell yeah. I forgot he's this early. Camp Dragonhead's pretty cool. Hello, House Fortem Guard. Camp Dragonhead welcomes all who would stand with House Fortem, even a lowly adventurer. Well, fuck you too. I should sync that aetherite before I forget, because I'm absolutely going to forget. One thing I appreciate is that while the main structure of the aetherite stays the same, like the crystal and the brass rings, the little flourishes are different depending on the location. So like these black spikes at the bottom are uniquely Ishgardian. Oh, that's a player and their companion. I'm like, how did that NPC get so injured? Lord Hoshfont, I come bearing a letter. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray, tell me why you have come. If there's any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you would require assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Kurthus before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Carteneau, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortem. As you've doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortem included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nin of mine own House Fortem, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There is also Cravelin of House Haelnar, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologer, House Ny'ardbert, yet? Really? Huh. Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortem. Do not concern yourself with House Zamael. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned, and return to me when finished. I was not going to question it. I'm just... I feel like that says a lot about your preferences, Harshvan. This is just going on in the corner. Oh! Sid and Alfino. Have you been following me this whole time? I'm glad we left the observatorium. The people there were not friendly. Though even here I could feel eyes upon us. We are not safe. We came to find an airship, yet now we meddle in Ny'ardbertian affairs of state. Gods, if Alizé were here, I would never hear the end of it. Why, hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Fortem does, but for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Helnart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Interesting. In case you were unaware, House Fortem is quite willing, even eager, to employ adventurers and sellswords. The commander in particular is known to possess a soft spot for your type. Not everyone is of one mind in this matter, of course, but I have made it known to the others that I support this endeavor. Men like yourself can be quite helpful. Or, if nothing else, quite fascinating. Alright, back the way we came. The previous two locations. Oh, but there is a chocobo keep, so I will speak with them. I will keep unlocking this, even though I don't think I'm going to use it for a good long while. Seems they finally decided to play their own music. You can see why it was so notable by its absence. Alone grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Horshfang. I want to help you, I truly do. These accusations of heresy have thrown House Helnart into chaos. Right now we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. Must civilization one day descend into ruin? Are we truly powerless to halt the inevitable decline? Surely all is not lost. So yeah, Kurthus is like the outskirts of Ishgard. It's not really anyone's territory, but the Ishgardians seem to like maintain it. Ishgard proper is where Heavensward takes place, the first major expansion. So if you like the vibes now, boy howdy do I got a treat for you. Hi, I'm here to name drop Hirschfeld and see if that changes your sour attitude. I gather you've been busy since last we spoke. Lord Hirschfeld's missive was positively glowing. Do you think his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies? You are sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived in Kurthus, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Hirschfeld wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. You did some interesting phrasing there. Since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived. This gives big cop trying to hit his speeding ticket quota vibes. Is he rewarded for finding heretics? Back in vanilla ARR, this was like my favorite zone. And so when Ishgard went hard on it after this, I was like, oh, hell yeah. No luck, sir. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Kurthus is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. You can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Ah, I learned vengeance. I don't know what that was. I probably should have just read that skill before I used it. Reduces damage taken by 30% and delivers an attack with a potency of 55 every time you suffer physical damage for 15 seconds. For cooldown of 2 minutes. That's pretty cool. Lord Hirschfeld is concerned for Lord Frenzel's well-being. Road to redemption. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Frenzel, of whom has been whispered much in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Frenzel's party requires assistance. I know that name. I haven't been keeping track of quests in the pre-recording part, so kind of curious if we're coming up on a dungeon, maybe? Well, I might be thinking the Stone Vigil. This is the Steel Vigil. Frenzel! I'm here on your friend's behalf. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Who goes there? Ny'ardbert? No, stay back! The fiend is still here! Holy shit. Hey, buddy! Look over here! I'm a tank! Leave Frenzel alone! There's 2. Okay. be alright. Alone be praised. You did it. But what of the others? The 3 knights who accompanied me, where are they? Hey. I heard the beast cries from over yonder, and Lord Francel is safe. Bless you, sir, bless you. Curse those fiends. It's as if they knew we were coming. Oh shit, is Guillaume like full on a actual heretic? I just assumed he was just making shit up. But I guess he would have to be a heretic to get access to heretic artifacts. Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Helnard if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, sir. House Helnard will remember your kindness. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Helnard that yielded the Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We've been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I've done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It's become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance for fear of being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and, by association, yours. So I think Guillaume might be, like, the problem. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the Draconian rosary found in the chest that you yourself recovered. If you would please tell me of the incident in question. So, it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickerman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Kurthis, so he may have some inkling of who could be responsible. Okay, I need to split my recording here, so there's going to be a little jump, but otherwise, we will continue as planned. Okay, once again recording. This is probably going to be a longer episode. I don't really have a great place to break it. Unless I stumble upon one. Do I want to fight it? A legend amongst local Curthan shepherds. Downy Dunstan is said to have wool as black as night and as soft as a cloud. The problem is, most are never able to get close enough to the sheep to shear him properly, and those who are usually end up sacrificing a finger or two in the attempt. If someone were to pacify the beast, they would surely be those who would pay generously. Yeah, screw it. Let's fight a sheep! Let's go, Kaiba. Would you do it for a Scooby snack? What is happening? Okay. We're having some issues. I don't know if I'm going to handle this. Okay, nope. And so ends the tale of Ny'ardbert. For today, at least. You know what, I was just saying I needed a good place to break the episode. Fuck it, let's do it here. See you next time, folks.